It's the legend of the terrifying Peruvian face peelers. We'll just call it some fiduciary in the Amazon went down. And we're going to get into it, right?
Yeah, sure.
So, the when. We're going to pick the case up on July 11, 2023, right? The where. The where is going to be a place in Peru, but it's actually, we're going to, as we roll into it, I'll drill it down to where, to give you a better idea where it's at. But it's in a very extreme, remote place. And we'll give you the details as we go. The Who. The Who is supposedly 7 foot tall beings, humanoids, covered in black armor that can levitate with yellow eyes through a helmet. And,
elongated head.
Yeah, and
yellow eyes.
He served. In this country, we have a tendency to think that the continent of the Americas is only America, but actually there is a Central America and a South America that us gringos don't be talking a lot about up here, but a lot of fiduciary goes on down there. And you have incidents of people for, good Lord, for months on a time that were getting attacked by orbs, and they were getting the blood drained out of them. And 200 people fell victim to it, and actually 2 people died, and the people were also experiencing burns and puncture wounds, right? So if you might not know this, there is a legend, especially in Peru, about creatures that come out of the jungle at night and they attack villagers. And during the attack, they remove the villagers' faces down to the bone. They take the face away, but leave the skull, the skull intact, but they basically take their face away. Is that this is done with laser precision. These people are attacked and surgically straight lines are applied to them and their faces are removed. And this is a real thing. This is not something that's like, they have the bodies, they have the stories, right? People down there are getting their faces taken. That's doing it in a second, but the fact that right there is that's shocking to me, right? And it's a remote village in the jungle occupied by these indigenous people called the Akadu people. And the only way to get to their village is a 10-hour boat ride. Right? There's no 911. There is no hospital.
No.
And in July of 2023, they were getting attacked every single night by face peelers. Right? The men were fighting back with shotguns, but what they were saying is they were describing that there were 7 foot tall beings in black armor. And when they shot their shotguns at them, the pellets just bounced off. And these things could levitate. And so they literally were starving to death because they could not go out into the wilderness. They were scared to go and hunt. They were scared to do, all this stuff. And they knew every night when the sun went down, Jay, they were going to have to fight off like the face peelers, right? Eventually the Peruvian authorities got involved. And they went out there and they're like, oh yeah, this is going on. But what's attacking you is rogue gold miners in jetpacks. Let that sink in. For unknown reasons and peeling off people's faces. And every night they're making contact with these beings. But on July 11th, a girl named Talia de Valia Diaz was attacked, but she escaped. And she claimed that the 2 beings grabbed her and they had her in like a strong grip. One of them sprayed something up her nose, which caused her to, be semi-catatonic, I guess. The other one sprayed something on her face that numbed her face. And then they proceeded to try to start cutting her neck off. They started to try to remove her face, but she kind of had just enough about her to fight back just a little. But she also could hear, and she said that these 2 individuals were speaking to each other in Spanish, and she could tell by the accent one of them was a local Peruvian, I should say, not necessarily local. And the other one was speaking in a gringo accent. And as this was going on, men approached them, saw what was going on, shot off some rounds, and the girl survived.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.